Hey, what's up guys, it's Ronald here. So this video is going to focus on how News24 launched a disinformation desk to keep the public up to date with what is misinformation and disinformation. Problem is they're very selective on what they choose to report on as to what is misinformation and disinformation. So let's go over and just have a brief look at what they've got to say. Right, so this was on the 27th of February. They said, but is it true? News24 launches full-time disinformation desk to debunk fake news. Even got a nice little graphic over there. And then they go, News24 has launched a full-time disinformation desk as the publication reinforces its commitment to fact-check journalism. The desk, spearheaded by fact-checking specialists Andrew Thompson, is made possible courtesy of the Truth First organization. Editor-in-Chief Adrian Basson says the new initiative is just the first step in News24's fight against disinformation. If you have a story that you'd like News24 to fact-check, send an email to our desk at debunk@news24.com. Well, there you have it. Now, if you have a look quick at some of the stories that they've debunked. Fresh disinfo and rehashed claims, fact-checking, AfriForum's Trump pandering YouTube documentary. Viral photo of farm attacker is from 2015 and signal jamming equipment doesn't cost 350,000 Rand. Half-truth, out-of-context claims, Adams Roots claims in conversation with Tucker Carlson debunked. Investigation, AfriForum treason dockets is not abuse of state machinery as claimed. False data distort complex picture of South African farm murders. Yeah, that's right. So it seems that News24 is very selective on what they want to report on when it comes to what is dis and misinformation. I mean, there's so many examples, and yet it seems that News24 is obsessed to only debunk AfriForum, farm murders, Donald Trump, and not actually focus on what politicians in South Africa has to say. You would think that looking at what is newsworthy, who is saying what, you would think that South African politicians would feature quite high on News24's debunking list, considering there are a lot of things being said by politicians in South Africa that is worthy of being debunked. Let's have a look at just something recently that Julius Malema said that has not even been touched by News24. So if you have a look at this, listen to what he's got to say here.
And when they say, I am not a thief, I did not steal anything, I was born after 1994, you must tell them, anyone in possession of a stolen goods is a criminal. Therefore, they are thieves too. Shoot to kill.
So what Julius Malema said there is anybody born after 1994 that lives on land that is stolen is a thief. Now, this was a perfect example for News24 to use their disinformation desk to set the record straight in saying that no bank in South Africa will allow stolen land to be bonded, meaning they won't give a home loan or a loan for property, whether it is farmland, whether it is a house, whatever. They wouldn't give you a loan if the land is stolen. But News24 didn't touch that. And there are many other examples of things that politicians have said that News24 doesn't care to debunk. It seems that News24's disinformation desk is obsessed with anything that is said by people center-right, and they are obsessed with AfriForum, Adams Roots, alternative media, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, but they don't really care about what is being said by South African politicians. This is a clear example of something that should have been covered by News24. Julius Malema saying that anybody like that is in possession of stolen land are thieves. He doesn't qualify what stolen land is. He accuses young white South Africans of being land thieves, but yet there's no statistics. How many people that he proclaims have stolen the land has land that is bonded or property that is bonded by the bank? You see, this is why the initiatives by News 24 is absolute bullshit, because this is not actually used to debunk information. This is used as a tool to attack AfriForum, Solidariteit, alternative media, Donald Trump, Elon Musk. It's all a tactic, because it's not being used equally across the board to also criticize people on the left, the moderate left, and the far left, and then the woke left. They're not doing anything to counter disinformation from that side. No, they only want to focus on what furthers their agenda and what furthers their narrative. I mean, let's be real. What is more important in South Africa? Talking about Trump or Elon Musk, or talking about a member of parliament that goes on a public platform that is covered by mainstream media outlets and then proclaiming that all white people and people even born after 1994 who is white are land thieves? Do you not think that is worthy of the News 24's disinformation desk in order to deal with that? No, of course not. Because the whole point of the disinformation desk is not in actual fact to debunk misinformation and disinformation. It is to focus on how they can create a narrative that the center right, and moderate right are complete nutters, and that whatever they post and say is fake news. That is the hypocrisy of mainstream media in South Africa. That is the double standards when it comes to reporting on news fairly and accurately in South Africa. I mean, try and go and look on News 24 if you can find one of these disinformation desk debunking articles, and tell me if you can find a single one that calls out an ANC politician, an MK politician, an EFF politician on spreading mis and disinformation. And there are many examples of this. Where was the article on Jaco Pieterse? Why was there no mis or disinformation things posted by the disinformation desk of News 24 regarding the Bergview principal that was falsely accused of being a suspect and a rapist? Why didn't they do anything? Why didn't they say anything? It's because it doesn't fit their narrative. The disinformation desk exists to further their narrative, not the truth. And that's pretty much all I got to say. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to subscribe. Please be sure to smash that like button. Very importantly, please be sure to share this video far and wide on WhatsApp, on your social media, because that's the only way my message gets out there. And then lastly, if you support me and this channel, please consider becoming a member. You can do so by clicking the join button below. That'll be greatly appreciated. And that's all I got to say. Till later, cheers and peace out.
You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say I wear my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say I wear my massacre. I wear my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say I wear my massacre. I wear my